representation matters. You don't realize how important it is till you see someone who looks like me and you. Kitsch Noir is out here. Plus they're black owned. Send high quality cards to show high quality love.
Hey guys, Sherelle here from Kitsch Noir, the award-winning, family-friendly, Black British greeting cards and stationery brand. Welcome to the Make It Happen Affirmations podcast. I'll be showing you an activity I do every morning, which I really think leads to a great day and gradually builds your confidence and character. The activity I do takes no more than 10 minutes, and it is simply me speaking out my affirmations aloud to myself. I encourage you to do the same. I have a selection of affirmations that I've carefully chosen every month. These run alongside the annual Kitsch Noir calendar and diary. Every month has a signature Kitsch Noir illustration drawn by me and a powerful affirmation to accompany it. At the end of this podcast, myself or a guest will read each affirmation out, then leave a gap for you to repeat it back to yourself. You can say it in your head, but trust me, guys, there's something so special about declaring it out aloud. Today, we have Khalia Ismain joining us, the founder of Jamii, the online marketplace and discount card for Black-owned businesses. In this episode, we discuss prioritizing self-care, different ways to switch off whilst being an entrepreneur, and the importance of taking breaks and having time to recharge your batteries. I think this is a topic business owners don't discuss enough and an area we should all prioritize. Hopefully, this episode gives you some ideas on ways to take time out and become a little bit more organized. I hope you enjoy it. Hi, Khalia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm so excited to be on your podcast.
I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for joining me for September's Make It Happen Affirmations podcast. Please do introduce yourself and what you do.
So I'm Khalia. I am the co-founder and the managing director of Jamii. Jamii is the home for Black creators in the UK. So we have an online marketplace, we have a discount card, we run pop-up shops, real life marketplaces, workshops. Basically, everything we do is about making it super easy for everyone to buy and shop and support Black creators in the UK. And I was hesitant about like managing director because I'm always like, when people ask me for my title, I'm just like, I do everything.
You literally do. No, but you've created such an amazing business, and you're so right. You do make it easy for people to shop with Black businesses, and I'm so honoured to be part of the Jamii platform and be one of the partners on it. So thank you for having me.
Yay. Well, thank you for having me. Honestly, yeah, I love Kitsch Noir, and like I know you're going to ask me about what my favourite Kitsch Noir card is later.
Yeah.
I honestly had to narrow it down because all your cards are hilarious.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so how's your summer going actually so far?
You know what? I was saying to my sister yesterday, it's rubbish. And I just mean that from the perspective of weather. Like, very much you can tell my mood by the weather. And if it's not sunny, then I'm just like, what is going on? Like, it's August. We haven't had like a drop of sun since like mid-July.
Yeah.
And I took a few days off in the last week or so. And I was just like, what is this? I'm just around. Like, I can't even go and sit in the park or anything like that.
I know.
But with the exception of that, it's actually going fine. But it's just like, what is summer without sun?
Yeah. Well, I've tried to enjoy what we've had of the sun, but I'm just trying to be grateful for every little thing. Like, because of the year that we've had, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I could go out and get fresh air. Like, I'm actually allowed to now, which is so rubbish. But just being outdoors now is like a gift to me. So I'm just so happy to be outside and just breathe in fresh air.
So ungrateful. Yeah. Having a moan because there's no sun, but yeah, actually, like, a few months ago, where were we going? We didn't have the freedom to go anywhere. No, that's true. From that perspective, yeah, it's been fine. I can't complain.
Yeah. Okay. Did you get up to anything nice on your break?
What did I get up to on my break? I went on like a few walks and stuff, and so that's like how I decompress, which is like going on walks, listening to podcasts. I signed up to do the Hackney Half Marathon, which is next month. So I've been trying to do some training for that, which has been, it's been.
It's happening.
It's
Yeah.
happening, yeah. But no, yeah, nothing like too exciting. I think if the sun had been out, I would have gone and sat in the park and read a book, and things like that. But I think I've just been milling around, just you just doing things that you just don't really have time to do, like in the middle of the week. It's been like a long extended weekend.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds cool though. So in this session, we'll be discussing growth, potential, and this month's affirmation, which is I cherish the time I take to refill. I think this statement actually really suits you, as I've tried to contact you a few times and I've got the out of office response, which has strangely never annoyed me. As a fellow entrepreneur and someone who knows how hard you work, I think, good for you, you're taking a break. And it sort of reminds me to do that too. What do you do to refill or take a break from work?
So when I am, let's say like I'm just like in the week, I always make sure that I go on a few walks. I kind of like decompress. I really like the walk. If I'm like working at like a co-working space or something, like I always walk from the co-working space, not to the first tube station, but like to the next one. So I've got
That's
like
such a good
some time.
idea.
Yeah, just to kind of like break things down. Like I'll call my mum, and like she's a great listener, so I'll just be like, this is what I did today, and then like if I am struggling with a problem, I'll just talk it out, and then I'll often find the solution like by talking to her about it. I make sure I have a bubble bath. I make sure I watch my favorite weekly shows, and then when I've got like a bit more time, I make sure I spend time with my friends, my family, go for like the nice lunches at the restaurant that I've always been walking past, or things like that, and just kind of treat myself to like the night, not necessarily the nicer things in life, because like it's just, it can be any old restaurant, but the things that I don't just get to do when I'm really busy and I've got a lot of work. I like to read books, I like to explore new areas and things like that. Like for me, I'm pretty easy to kind of like help relax. I just never get the time. I like simple things. I just never get the time to kind of like fully allow myself to get into them. Like I cleaned my flat the other day, which was like the best. It took me like 2 hours. It was like a deep clean, and it was just
When you get
so
into it,
good.
there's just no stopping, is there? You can just go on for
Yeah.
ages and ages. Yeah.
Yeah, like usually I would have said, oh, go on holiday, like go to the beach and relax, obviously. With everything that's happened, like it's just really, it's really difficult to do that. So I've had to like learn how I can relax in London, like
Yeah.
relax without actually physically leaving
Yeah.
my busy life, kind of thing.
Yeah. Something else which I've started doing as well, which doesn't require leaving the house and is probably with thanks to you and the Legacy film, is adding to my mood boards on Pinterest.
Oh
So I feel
yeah.
like it really helps me to escape, and I just like get into my own little dreamland of things that look pretty and cute places I want to go to, and how I'd love to completely have an all pink house with all pink furniture. Like it just helps me to escape from all my busyness of what's going on like right now, and I can just pretend that I'm not here, sort of thing, and I sort of get lost in that world as well. So that's something that's like helped me to just switch off, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
that's so nice.
But also taking walks, like what you said, and listening to podcasts and audiobooks. I'm trying to like up my steps, and trying to walk to as many places as I can. But I don't really get on the train like what you said. But once I do start doing that, I think I will take that bit of advice and get off like 2 stops earlier or something. That's
Yeah,
a really good idea, actually.
it's literally, it takes like what, 10-15 minutes to walk, but it just, yeah, it's nice. It just gives you that extra time before you then have to like cram in like a sardine and not have anywhere to sit on the tube or whatever it is.
Yeah, but now that it's coming to winter, do you think that you'll still carry that on? Or I'm saying it's
I
coming
will
to
try.
winter, we're in August.
I know what you mean, but the way the weather, I was in the shower this morning and I was like, oh my God, it feels like autumn already. I
Yeah.
think I will. I'm quite good at walking. Obviously, it's much easier when the weather is nicer. As long as it's not raining, I will do it, because I just like, because where where I'll be at a co-working space is a different area to where I live. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, oh, and just take a few more minutes just to like be in this area, and just like, explore and see like if there's a coffee shop around here, or if there's a this there or whatever. So I think that's why I'm quite disciplined. I don't even want to use the word discipline, because like I like doing it. It's not something where I'm like, you must walk an extra mile to the next tube station. Like, it's something that I actually enjoy. So I think I will keep it up. I'll let you know.
Yeah, do. So also, as someone who works for themselves, do you schedule in breaks or holidays throughout the year beforehand, or do you just take them like when you please?
So I'm really rubbish at doing things like that. Like at the beginning of the year, I took 3 weeks off at Christmas, and I had such a great time that I was like, I need to make sure that I'm taking like a random day off here and there, and I'm decompressing. So at the beginning of the year, I scheduled in all of these random days off, like dotted around the first half of the year. And I literally took none of them. I was just like,
oh no.
When I got to it, I was just like, I don't feel like I need a break. Like, I'm fine. I just want to do my work, blah, blah, blah. But what then happens is then I'll get to a point where I've kind of almost completely run out of energy, and like everything is really hard. Like even like replying to an email, I'm just like, oh my god, like what do I say? And then that's when I'm like, oh my god, I need like an emergency few days off or a week off or something. And then inevitably I can't take it like then and there. I have to like soldier on for another 10 days before I can actually take some time off. So I'm not good at it, even if I scheduled it in advance. If it's not something which is like I've got flights booked or this and the other, like I can like creep into my own like personal rejuvenation time without thinking about it. But it's something which I need to get better at, because what ends up happening is I just end up kind of like getting very close to burning out.
Exactly.
A bit useless for a while.
Yeah, no, that's happened to me on so many different occasions where I just get to the point of like, oh my gosh, what's my name again? You don't even realize it's because you haven't taken a break, and you just get to that point where you just basically crash. So I think it's so, so important to make sure that you're taking those days off. I was trying to work out like my new routine at the bit like last weekend, because as you know, I'm full-time now. I've left my job. So I was trying to work out like when I should take breaks, and I was thinking that I should probably take it when the business is like really quiet. So for me that would be around April and May, and then it's like Father's Day, and then again it goes super quiet from August to September. So those are probably the times that I should take breaks. But also I was thinking that I should factor in like non-negotiable times of the year for me personally, like my wedding anniversary weekend or my birthday. I always take that off. So I guess it's just balancing the both, but taking time off is so, so important. I think we underestimate it. So something that I need to get better at as well, definitely. And speaking of birthdays, this is actually your birthday month. Have you got any plans? Will you be taking time off?
So I think my birthday's on Sunday, I think.
Oh my gosh, this Sunday.
Yeah, it's a
What do you
Sunday.
mean, I think? Like, this is your birthday.
It's
like the biggest time of the year for you,
I
know?
honestly, I used to love my birthday. Like my birthday used to be the biggest event in my year.
Yeah.
But the last couple of years, like I think it's because like in the last couple of years, like August has tended to be like a big month for Jamie. So I've like thought of a lot, because Jamie's birthday's in August. So I've been thinking a lot about, what we're going to do, or like whatever, like, because last year we had the pop-up shop and all this kind of stuff. And so like my birthday is kind of almost taken a back seat. My friends keep asking me, what are you doing? Like when should we book out time? I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Like I just don't have the energy for it. I will work something out. It will be fine.
You should make sure that you do. Like, I don't understand when people don't celebrate their birthdays. Like, I go overboard. Like, I celebrate for about a week and a half. And
honestly,
people
I used to be that person. Like I used to be like, birthdays are everything. How can your birthday not be the center of your universe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just the last couple of years, I've just lost energy for it. Like yeah, I don't know. I'll work something out. I definitely will do something nice.
Yeah, but it's so important to like even celebrate from where you were last year, which I'm sure you've probably grown so much since then, which is my next question. Since last year, your last birthday, how do you think you've grown since then?
Oh, that's a good question. So I
And
think,
good for you to reflect on as well.
yeah, that's something I haven't really thought about that much. So I think one thing that I've been better at is managing people. Because last year, um, I had the team kind of grew. We had more people come onto the team, which was great, but it was really disjointed. It's because I didn't have any experience managing people, and there was so much going on that it was difficult for me to kind of balance everything. Because for me, I'm very much a doer, whereas like if you're managing people, you manage the people that do. Like you don't necessarily do yourself, but I was just like, but it's just easier if I just do it myself.
Yeah.
I think in the last year, I've become much better at managing the people that work on Jamii and making sure that everyone knows what they are doing and what they've got what they're supposed to be working on, and checking in and things like that. Like it's still not something that I enjoy. Like I don't like managing people at all. But it's a skill that I've really had to learn, because otherwise it's just like I'm basically wasting time, money, and morale, because like if you're not getting managed properly, then you're just like going to be like, well, what am I doing, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. How big is the team now?
So we're still two full-timers. We've got one part-timer, and then so obviously full-timers and myself and Courtney as like e-commerce manager, and then part-timer who is like our e-commerce assistant, and then we've got someone who helps out on like our PR and partnerships and things like that, which is really cool. But I don't really want the team to get bigger than that, because it's just each new person, it's just like, oh, it's another
It's
person to
stress.
look after.
Yeah. Oh, that's so amazing though. Like from what was it, maybe 2 years ago that you left your full-time job? Was it 2 or 3 years ago?
It was like, so I left proper full-time employment at the end of 2018, and then 2019 I worked 2 days a week at one of the places that I was working for, and so like I wasn't like proper, like, so I had some money coming in, like I wasn't just like, oh my god, what's going on. And then I went proper full-time on Jamii at the end of 2019.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a
So that is
long
major growth
ride.
since
Yeah.
then. Like you've proper got a team now. That is so wicked. Like
I
I'm so
know.
proud of you. I remember when you first started and you were all by yourself. So
I
that
know.
is super inspiring, seriously. Um, so running a small business can be super hard. How do you handle the difficulty of switching off, knowing that a lot of responsibility is on you? So I guess I'm sort of searching for advice from the younger you when you were running the business alone without your sister or your boyfriend or like the part-timers. So how did you handle like the difficulty of like the stress all being on you, like everything relies on you?
So I don't think I mean, I think I handled it, but I don't think I necessarily handled it in like the healthiest way. I think I just took it all on, and I took it very seriously, and I was just like, I have to do everything. Like there's no one else who's going to be able to. But I think one of the issues that I had, but I definitely still have, is like of impatience. So it's like everything has to be done right now, when actually that's not true. Like some things have to be done now, but it's usually only a very small number of things have to be done immediately. Most things can wait. It's just you or your ego which is saying that you want everything done at this very moment, which is something which I'm still trying to be mindful of. Because it is difficult, like when you've got, especially when you're a small business and you're like, every minute counts, every penny counts, like to be able to switch off when you've got to get up and work on X, Y, and Z tomorrow, and it's not just a job, like it's so much more.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
it's something that I've just had to learn, because I think for my own mental health, it's like you have to choose to be relaxed and choose to be happy in your everyday life. Like you can't be like, oh well, when we finish this project or when we've done this event, then I'll be able to relax and not feel overwhelmed or things like that, because there'll always be something else that comes along. You just have to be like, if I'm not feeling right now, you need to take action now. You can't be waiting for the future.
Yeah, I think it's also just realizing that you're not a superwoman and you can't do everything and you can't take on everything. I think
Yeah.
that's something that really helped me as well. Like, you're not perfect. I've had to remind myself of that so many times. But what I've done to handle that difficulty of like working on the business by myself is that I will definitely just shut the shop when I'm going on holiday or when I need to take a break. For Christmas, like, I'll just say the shop is closed until 2 weeks time, or your orders will be shipped in 2 weeks time, because I feel like it's just about being super honest with the customers as well and saying, look, guys, right now I'm a one-man band, like,
Yeah.
just step back a bit, like I need a break as well. But
Yeah.
soon that won't happen because I will have a massive team like you one day.
Yeah. Very soon. Manifest it.
Yes, exactly. um what helps you to be confident in yourself and your potential?
That's a really good question. I don't know, you know. I think just like blind optimism,
Mm,
a bit of delusion.
yeah.
Yeah, just being like, yeah, no, I can do it, I can do it. And I think like, but also, you know, when I look back at like how far I've come, it's like, oh, well, if I've got this far, like if I've gotten from like just Jamie just being an idea, like a concept, to like a
Mm,
living, breathing thing that, you know, employs people, makes like great impact and all this kind of stuff, then it's like, well, then why can't we go further? Like, why can't I
mm-hmm.
do more?
Yeah.
Um, so I think, yeah, I think it's that, but I definitely think I'm just a bit delusional about stuff.
No, I think
That
that that is
helps.
definitely the way forward, actually. Sort of being a bit naive about how much you
Yeah.
can achieve and being like
Yeah.
super ambitious to the point that people are like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
I think is something definitely needed when you want to start something up all by yourself.
Yeah.
Um, but also reflection pages have come in massive use to me because that helps me to build my confidence, because sometimes my mind will just tell me, no, you can't do this, or no, you're not capable, but then I'll look back at what I achieved 3 months ago or
Mm.
last month even, and I'll be like, no, that's given me confidence to know that I do have potential and that I can push myself. And it just makes me think, look, this is what you're capable of, this is what you've done before, so you can do something even more amazing or to that same standard.
Yeah.
So that really helps me in terms of my confidence. How do you think you can tell if you're reaching your full potential?
I don't think you can.
Mm.
Because for me, I'm one of those people that once I get there, I'm a bit like, well, it wasn't that hard then. I can obviously do more.
Yeah.
So I don't think I ever will be like, I've reached my full potential. I think what I will always be looking at the next thing to be like, well, you know, why can't I get there? Why can't I get here? But I think it's just about making sure that you're happy with where you are right now, rather than
Hmm.
constantly looking towards the future to be like, you know, if I'm on this like lily pad of you know, the business is doing X, Y, and Z, and this is what we've got coming up, and I'm happy with that, and then I will be happier if I get to the next one. But I'm fully contented with where we are right now.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I don't think I'm the kind of person who ever will be like, oh yeah, I definitely reached like my full potential. Because I just feel like, no, there's definitely more I could do. If I got there, I can get further.
Hmm. Exactly. Yeah. And I think just knowing in yourself that you've worked hard and not comparing yourself to other people, which I think can become a problem when you're trying to push yourself further or push yourself to that goal that you've made. We tend to like compare ourselves to somebody else rather than comparing ourselves to the person that we were last year or the
Yeah.
person that we were yesterday even. But I think building a routine as well of continuously executing tasks is key for me. Like daily tasks, weekly tasks, like responding to emails, going for walks, creating regular newsletters. Consistency is key for me to reaching your
Mm.
full potential. To me, it's like the small things that get done repeatedly make a difference. So once you continuously like complete these small tasks, then you can start pushing yourself and saying, no, I'm going to do this on top of that today, and I'm going to push myself to like go the extra mile and do this. And once you achieve that, you start to feel like I can go further, I can keep on pushing it, I can keep on going towards reaching my full potential. And I feel like it's just an ongoing game of pushing towards that. But I think that you're right, you never know when you've reached your full potential, you just got to keep on pushing. But also checklists are super vital to me as well, because like I said, like sometimes in your brain you just think, oh, you've done nothing today, but when I look at my checklist it says something different. So that is definitely key for me, keeping lists of what I've done. A non-negotiable part of my morning is obviously saying affirmations, and I try to make sure that I go out every single day to get fresh air, which is obviously super important in this climate. What is a non-negotiable part of your morning or daily routine?
So I think definitely going outside. Like I have to go outside because like where I live, like I don't have a balcony or a garden, so it's not like I can just kind of like just pop out like and stand outside for a little bit. Like so I make sure that I go on like some sort of little walk, even if it's just going to get milk or something like that, just to clear my head, be in the world for a few minutes and then come back. I think and when I do that as well, I try and listen to some sort of podcast, just to like, I don't know, just like to learn something, just to kind of like be interested in something. I really try and do a workout, but I'm not going to pretend that that's non-negotiable because I have not done one today and I didn't do one yesterday. So I'm not going to pretend, but like that's probably a non-negotiable part of my week, that I do some like maybe like 3 or 4 like workouts.
That's so good.
Just to kind of like, I don't know, I find one thing that I find is that really has helped with my mental strength. Like I've always been quite mentally strong, but in terms of like being able to push through difficult times, being able to kind of like work things out, being able to like just see myself, oh, I've achieved something. If you do like 30 minutes of exercise, you have achieved something, because especially if you said to yourself, I'm going to do 30 minutes of exercise, and then you did it, that counts. That was productive time. So yeah, I try and do things like that. Always have breakfast, my favorite meal of the day. So always have breakfast. I don't really have, one of my weaknesses is I'm not super disciplined, so I don't have like non-negotiable parts of like my day, because I'm more of a go with the flow type person. Like if I wake up and I'm not in the mood to do something, then I will go with where my energy is that day. Unless, of course, I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong, like if I need to do something, like I need to have a meeting, I'm not just going to message them.
I don't feel like it today.
Let's do it another time.
But
I think one thing I do really try hard to do is like go with the flow, because like, I will have days where I'll just be low energy and I can't concentrate and blah blah, and then the next day I will be on it like a carb on it. Like I'll be like I have so much energy to do this, that and the other, and so I'm trying just to like go with the flow on those things, which means that non-negotiables for my day. I mean, obviously aside from like brushing my teeth, washing my face, and those things, like I don't like have like loads of things which I'm like I must do, apart from go outside, go for a little walk.
Okay, that's cool to know. What tool or product helps you to be more organized?
My Noir weekly planner.
Me too.
Oh god, then I think I got it at the pop-up shop last year, the one that we did in October. And then I started using it at the beginning of the year, and oh my god, it's just helped me so much, like organize everything, because like I'll write down everything that I want to do in a week, or kind of like everything that I've got going on, and then I will plot it out into each day. So I'm like, okay, this block of time is for this, that block of time is for that, and then I use it as my checklist. And then but I also like align it with like my calendar, like my email calendar as well. so I can see what I'm supposed to be doing, and then I'll put all the details in, and then I will cross it out when I'm done, which is like my favorite part of like any task. It's like, I've done it, so
Exactly,
I'm
me
crossing it off.
too.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when I released those, actually, it was last year, October. So your shop was actually the first shop
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
it. So that's so cool to know that you're still using it, because it does actually, it is supposed to last for a year. So that is so cool.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad that it's coming in use for you. And lastly, what is your favorite Kitsch Noir card or product?
Okay, well, you say products, 100%. It's my I love planting. It's not even hanging out. My I love planting lunch bag.
Oh, yeah.
I use that all the time. I bought it, and I bought it because I just love the design. I was like, I don't know, like when I'm gonna use a lunch bag, but like I'm just gonna buy it anyway. And I think I got one for someone else who also loved planting. It's like a Christmas present. And then I was just like, and then I started using it, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like I just feel so cute with my lunch
Yeah,
bag. I
it's
put my
actually so
coffee
much
in.
bigger than what it looks as well. So you can fit so many
Yeah.
things in there. So I was like walking around with like a full 1 liter water bottle and my lunch in there at the same time. So I
Yeah.
was like, this is actually super
You can
useful.
get a 2 liter bottle in there. I've done it. A 2 liter
Oh,
bottle,
wow.
the sandwich, your crisps. And
Yeah,
then, because like also like I walk around with like a big rucksack on because I've got my laptop and stuff.
yeah.
I'll put like my keys in there. I'll use it in my little handbag, like I've got keys and all that kind of stuff, like easy access stuff that I need. So that
Yeah.
is definitely my favorite product. I use it all the time.
Yeah,
And
that's true
then
actually. I used to wear
yeah,
my backpack to work and carry that as well. And then I used to put like my fob for work. And then
yeah.
at one point I even had like my small work laptop that fitted in there as well. So I was like, why am I even carrying my backpack? But obviously not everything would fit in there. But
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's so I love it so much, and I think I love it even more because I bought it on a whim. I was just like,
yeah,
just get myself a little lunch bag.
yeah,
Like,
this
why
is
not?
actually
Like,
useful.
yeah. And then it's become so useful. And then I love my favorite card of yours is "You Are the Aki to My Saltfish." I just
Oh,
think
all
that is
food
like so
orientated.
sweet. Yeah, you can see where my mind's at.
Yeah.
But I just, yeah, I thought that when I first saw that one, I think it was the first time that I ever properly seen like my culture represented in a card. So I was just like, oh my goodness. It was like groundbreaking for me. I was just like, oh my goodness, you're the Aki to my saltfish. Like, absolutely, yes. Like,
Oh.
yeah, it meant a lot.
Oh, thank you, Khalia. And moving on to the affirmation session, what would you say is the most important affirmation you've chosen today and why?
So I would say my most important affirmation would be I deserve happiness. And the reason why I would say that one is because kind of what I was saying before, sometimes it's easy to forget that you need to choose happiness in your everyday life, and that it's not just about work, achieving your dreams and stuff. You have to be happy in the journey because there's not really such a thing as a destination when you're doing that. So if you're not happy in your everyday, then something needs to change. You need to recognize that you deserve to be happy in the journey to building a business or whatever it is that you might be doing. And that's like when I took some time off the last few days, and that was me saying like I deserve to just relax and just do things that make me happy and take like a break from just like the endless random stresses of like running small business that like everyone has. Like I deserve to just enjoy life a bit as well, and enjoy being me, living where I live, being my age, being, all that kind of stuff. Like what you were saying
Yeah,
before, like, oh, I can now like go into a bar and like, go into a
yeah,
restaurant, like
yeah,
just enjoy the simple things in life.
yeah. And just it just makes you realize all the things that we take for granted as well. Even just the word deserving is so powerful. And it's like when I really sort of like deeped the importance of the fact that I deserve happiness, I feel like my whole life sort of changed, and I began to do things that I enjoy, like genuinely enjoy, even if it's sometimes just like taking a break and just lying down. Like I just
Yeah.
feel like I deserve that actually. Like why not?
Yeah.
So I I completely side with what you're saying about that being one of the most important. So let's jump right into it. And without further ado, this is Khalia taking over the Make It Happen Affirmations podcast. Take it away, Khalia.
I cherish the time I take to refill. I deserve success. I deserve respect. I deserve happiness. I deserve the achievement of my dreams. I am fun. I am becoming stronger each day. I am confident. I am a powerhouse of ideas and exciting energy. I am strong enough to push through difficult times. I am in control.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time today, Khalia. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much for the invitation. It's been so much fun.
And thank you to everyone for tuning in. If you want to connect with Khalia or find out more about Jamii, head over to the website lovejamii.com. That's Jamii with 2 I's. And if you want to buy your very own Jamii card, which entitles you to up to 40% off over 250 Black-owned businesses, including Kitchen Noir, you can use my discount code, which is Kitchen Noir. This will give you 20% off your discount card. And now for some uber breathtaking updates from the Kitchen Noir headquarters. If you are signed up to our newsletters, you may have already seen that this month we announced our latest stockist, Tesco's. Selected cards are now available in superstores across the UK. This is obviously a massive achievement for the brand, as when I first started Kitchen Noir, one of the missions was to create contemporary Black greeting cards and make them easily accessible to our community, which meant having my products in high street stores and supermarkets. And I have finally hit that goal. I had an amazing time filming the launch video with the videography team at Grey Waves Films. Definitely check them out if you need any help with content creation. You can watch the launch video by going to our YouTube channel or clicking the link in this description. I would also like to announce that from now until the end of the year, we will be releasing a brand new product every single month. To make sure you don't miss out on these new product drops, sign up to our newsletter and be the first to know about our latest collections. Just go to kitchennoir.com/pages/newsletter-subscription. I'll leave the link in the description below too. The first new product, which has already been revealed, was our line of 4 new gift bags. Yes, you can now purchase the cutest representative gift bags to put all your pretty presents and gifts in. Check out the fantastic new collection online now. And if you're not already, follow me on Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, or Pinterest at Kitchen Noir. That's KITSCHNOIR. And if you've got any comments, questions, or suggestions, just contact me through my website, kitchennoir.com. And remember to always embrace, encourage, and empower. See you next month, guys. Thank you.
Representation matters. You don't realize how important it is till you see someone who looks like me and you. Kitchen Noir is out here. Plus they're Black owned. Send high quality cards to show high quality love.